Hello everyone, this is Dave from Moonride. Today I'm going to ask the man in the moon about the environment. It's a great concern for me and I'm sure for many viewers. It looks like our world is getting hotter and we might be in some very serious trouble according to the latest UN reports. I'd like to know, first of all, what the man in the moon has to say about this environment and if there's any advice for us. Yeah, I'm getting more extreme temperatures. It's like half of the Earth is ice and half of the Earth is fire. So we will be facing much more extreme temperatures in a lot of places. That is something that we probably already know, but it seems very important for us to consider that when we make our next moves. Fires, lots of fires. Yeah, the fires in California are not going to go away. They will get worse. And they will spread to other states, other places that didn't have these kinds of fires are going to start to have them. Again, California seems like one of the places that will wake up first because it is in so much danger. It also seems like the center of the country is going to get really, really hot, and that will be somewhat detrimental to a good many things. Crops will be affected in the center of the United States. Just the actual heat, it will become quite unbearable to live in some of these places because of the heat and humidity and all the things going around. Tornadoes will become more frequent. Okay, Spirit, is there anything specifically that viewers could do to change this outcome? Yeah, stop using plastic bags. Stop using one-use bags, right? Um, just as a form of message to the universe, what can you do every day to change that situation? It might again feel like I'm just one person. What difference does it make? Every person in our environment is a vote, right? They are a voter. And just the fact that they're trying or doing their best, that is really, really important to the universe. We want this to continue. Just do your best as an individual. At least you can say to the next generation, hey, I did my best, I recycled, I, wore used clothing, whatever I did, obviously I can't stop going to work. I have to have a car, but I, did, do these three things so that the exhaust wasn't so bad. Do what you can. Don't misunderstand that everybody has to agree with you at the same time for you to do anything. Do your best and understand that it's not possible. For we all have money. We touch money. That's it's all dirty. Somebody evil touched it once, but that's that. I mean, we can't really stop using that. We may not be able to stop traveling. This crisis will create inventions. So again, it's hard to accept, but as the crisis continues, there will be great strides in defense of them, and that's very much when we will truly become great. We will be in so much trouble that everybody will focus on an airplane that uses no petrol, a bus that doesn't use petrol. We will create them when we have no choice. A lot of people will suffer in the meantime because the economy is going to change radically, but not everyone. Some people are going to be those inventors and those creators and those installers. Some people will be doing better. It's just, in a way, it's very much focusing us on capitalism, which is competition, ideas to stop a problem. That's where we came from in the beginning. America's just going to get forced to do what it does best. And sadly, the older people, well, older people will actually change their minds to some degree, some of them, and they will also, no longer exist. They will, in fact, die off. So some that will happen. There will be some closure with the older generation where they admit that they were wrong, at least some of them. Scientists will come back to being respected and listened to. Also, teach children about climate change. Teach them about what it means. It may be that you can't change your neighbor's mind, but you might be able to change the children's mind at school. They will eventually overcome their parents, just as other teenage generations have overcome their parents and change those values. That will happen again. Think about the gay rights movement and how quickly everybody's attitude changed towards gay and lesbian people. Think about how fast that happened. The same thing will happen when the environmental crisis affects us all. And in a way, arguing about Donald Trump has prepared us to argue with the environment. It's the same thing, the same arguing against the denial of these particular people, and at some point overcoming them. They're not going to modernize. Well, we're just going to have to win. And we will win. People will be radicalized. People will realize they have no choice just for survival. They will have to get on board with this. It won't be dinner party conversation anymore. It won't be just, oh, you have your opinion, I have mine. People will become very, very emboldened now. And again, I mean, we have to credit the present crisis. It is bringing us to be bold and stop being tepid and treat all opinions as equals and stuff like that. They're not all equal. There is truth. This is the greatest thing that we can do. Keep moving towards the truth, whatever that means for you. That may be, I can't change my neighbor's mind, but I'm still dedicated. I'm going to do these 5 things in my lifetime to change that. It might be that I can influence somebody to do something in some ways. Like, people are just going to become very much more dedicated, and in a way, this is a test of our humanity, right? Do not feel guilty in the sense that you can't change everything today. That's not productive. A sword of justice that you carry with you at all times is. And if that means sometimes I need to be silent and not argue with this person, okay, I will secretly carry this sword of justice. Right? If it means that I must act and protest and vote and support candidates who agree, then so be it. I feel like there is a really galvanized movement that is starting to form based on the present political politics. So again, I want everybody to notice the upbeat nature of problems. We might have this terrible situation in American politics, but hey, think about this. This has made you strong. Look how strong you have become through this. And I know you're thinking, I'm not that strong. I just voted. Well, you know what? Your consciousness is strong, and your consciousness is changing things, and your consciousness is making these things happen. And it goes from your consciousness to your actions, right? I don't care if you're the smallest, tiniest person in the world. Just by being you, you are changing this world, and you will change it again. If you feel hopeless, if you feel like this is really exhausting, sit your butt down on the earth, meditate, ask the earth for help, and promise to help the earth. And feel it. Feel your roots going into that earth, and you can send it whatever problems you have and say, look, can you take care of this? Take away whatever issue that I have, and in return, ask it, what do you want me to do to help? And create this fair exchange between the two of you. The earth can take your problems away. You're generously offering to do something in exchange for the earth and dedicate yourself to that. Also, it's not a bad idea to go barefoot on the earth. Just put your feet on the earth so that you can actually feel it. There's something very important going on there. And do your best to go to nature now while you still can. Some of those natural places may no longer exist in the future. It's time to go to them and commune with them and, in a sense, pray for them. And I don't care if you're a scientifically minded person who doesn't believe in any of this stuff. Going to nature and reveling in it does something, right? It does something to your consciousness. It stays with you when you go back to the city, wherever you live. We will prevail. It may be the last minute, it may be a really tough ride, but humanity will solve this problem. It may take a long time, it will require a good deal of our efforts, and many people will indeed suffer as we do this. The sooner we do this, the better. But ultimately, we'll make it. It will work out in time. Thanks for watching.